Already. I'm definitely not late by a minute or anything. Welcome to the show. It is the jar, the main jar. How you doing? Welcome. It's your boy. It's Wednesday. What is Wednesday? Is it Wacky Wednesday and Taco Tuesday and something Thursday? Maybe you can handle it. Yeah. Well, thank you for the sweet sticker and the not so sweet sticker and the oh so sweet cookie. Yeah, let's see what's going on here with this here thing, hey? You know me, I love cookies. It's awesome that you can just mail weed through the mail nowadays, you know, like, no fucks given. Yeah, I am smelling it. I'm like, wait, does that smell like poop or weed? I can't really tell. It's definitely not poop. Oh man. No, it's just some potent shit. You know what, bro? This is the worst. This is like the worst possible thing you can do to a man. Give him a cookie that he can't eat the whole cookie of. I'm like, bro, I could eat like 3 cookies right now of this. This better not be laced with LSD. It's pretty good. I was hoping for a little bit softer of a cookie though, am I right? It's actually damn good. What is there, like nuts in there? Coconut? Chocolate chips? Dang, yo. Somebody knows how to party. Alright. So I ate about half of it. Probably can't see it. It's gonna turn green, invisible. But dang, yo. I usually feel weed stuff pretty fast, actually. I can kind of feel a little bit. Yeah. So, wrap that up. Do a little baggy motion. Wrap it up. Fold it over. Put it away in the other bag. Wrap it up. Fold it over. And save that for later. And we'll see. We'll see how silly I get over the next hour, alright? Let's go. So some pretty cool things happened in the last 24 hours of the Jaroverse. There is now a new tweet up for 5 more jars. We've been yeah. I don't know. Giveaway. We'll finally hit the gym again. For the first time in like, jeez. I swear, like 3 weeks? I was like, oh, it's Monday. It's always busy on Monday. I'm not gonna go. I'm overstressed and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, if you're stressed, you need to go to the gym. Right? And then it was Tuesday, and I was like, nah, it's taco day. I don't need to go to the gym. I'm just gonna rest and blah, blah, blah. And then today I was like, no more bullshit excuse, Mike. No. Gotta get out of this rut. Inspired by the check jars. That was, oh man, that was honestly huge. That was a really intense couple of weeks, really. There's no excuse for the last week. No gyms, no animations, get your shit right. But at the same time, it was the first time that the project actually profited whatsoever. And we got some cool assets into holders' hands, which they're going to get rewarded with more jars. So it's a pretty unique rollout, actually, that we've been doing here, right? Like the airdrop jars, the giveaways. So yeah, it's like, man, it's a tough balance, right? Like as the team grows and as what we're doing continues to grow organically, then we'll be able to do much more cartoons. I'll be going to the gym consistently. I'm pretty consistent. I think that was the longest break I've taken. Jeez, since the fall. I tend to fall out of it a little bit because, yeah, like the one thing that's the most important for me is the project. Ideas without action aren't ideas, they're regrets. Alright. So, what else happened? We're getting close to being finished the entire rebrand. That's going to be pretty cool. Got the white website done, which is pretty slick. We've tied in the profile. We're almost done with that. Who else is here on the YouTubes? And yeah, we grew pretty good. We've been on some spaces lately, hanging out, chatting with people, making people laugh, getting people thinking, you know, just doing general Jarhead stuff. Yeah, making connections that'll last a lifetime is the name of the game. Yeah, we got some cool ideas happening in the background. Oh, now we got 3 people on the YouTubes. All right. Yeah, maybe Block Bros there. I don't know. All right. Gas is pretty cheap right now, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty remarkably low on Ethereum. Wow, 4, a whole 4 on YouTube. Well, I should probably talk about something. Taco boat. Oh, look at me with all my smart. All right. So we talked about how I make cartoons. What is a Bitcoin halving event? What is a Bitcoin? Let's talk about wallet security for a second. Let's talk about wallet security. That's gonna be a fun one for me. So I guess if I drew it, it might be a little bit more fun. Sure, why not? We'll bust out the old whiteboard. And we'll call it wallet security. All right, we'll have some fun here. There we go, there we go. 4 on YouTube. Wow. Well, let's learn about crypto wallet security. Hot wallet. Cold wallet. Also known as hardware wallet. So, Chuck, what you have on Trust is also MetaMask, Exodus, Phantom, right? Well, and that's the beauty of a hot wallet. It can be just as secure as a cold wallet. That's a bit of a stretch. A hot wallet is very secure, contrary to popular belief. You can use a hot wallet with no problems. The thing is, for you, Chuck, you're not connecting to other dApps. You're not connecting to other websites, right? A dApp is a decentralized application. So, like, well, because you're on Trust Wallet, you actually did it direct from the contract, but we created the dApp, and we'll have it better in the future where Trust Wallet can connect directly to the dApp. But there was like the jar, and then you would click on the jar, and it would give you a transaction, and it would say, hey, do you want to do this? And that's a dApp. Like, you connect your wallet to the website. In fact, OpenSea is a dApp. It's a decentralized application, right? Because you connect your wallet to the website, and then when you're transferring something, if I was like, oh, I'm gonna send this serpentine to where's the send button? I don't know. Thought it was just right here. But if I go to send it, transfer pages, I don't know. It's doing something funky right now, actually. But if I was to transfer it, it's gonna like create a transaction thing here and say, hey, do you want to do this transaction, right? So that's a dApp. It's a website that connects to your wallet. Now, the trick is that I'm getting at is that if you're searching through Twitter, for instance, you're scrolling and you're looking around, you're like, oh, this looks cool. I'm gonna go to this dApp on here, and you like click this link, and then you open this website that you've never seen before, and it tries to connect to your wallet. Then like that's what's known as a wallet drainer. It can be. That's why like everybody in the crypto space is very careful of what they click on. So that's where it's like you're not at risk of losing your jars, Chuck, in a hot wallet because you're not connecting the last dApps you are connected. The less dApps you are connected to, the safer you are. Yeah, that's a great point. The less links that you click on and dApps that you choose to connect to, and it always says like, hey, do you want to connect to this website? They'll be able to read your balance, they'll be able to see your wallet, and they'll be able to suggest transactions. And then you click OK. But I got wallet drained on a dApp because I wasn't thinking, and it just like sent through a bunch of transactions, and I was like, is this the mint? Am I just click OK? And I kept pushing through transactions like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And I was like, okay. And I clicked it, and then it just drained my wallet. And luckily I only had like $50 or $100 or something in there, but like still sucked, right? Like you don't want to lose money at all, or your NFTs. So that's where, in either case, you can have multiple wallets too. So even though you have like your 12 word phrase, we'll call it, your 12 word phrase, you're going to have that with a cold wallet and a hot wallet. No matter what, you have a 12 word phrase. Like I have this little thing here that's green, but it has like a screen and you plug it into your computer, and like that's a cold wallet. It's a hardware wallet. In fact, I have a ledger, this little nifty device here that goes on your keychain, and then you open it up. It's got a little screen on it, and you plug it in. There's ones that you don't have to plug in that connect Bluetooth, but I don't know, I kind of like you plug it in, and then anytime I have to go do a transaction, I have to like click these little buttons, which I buy all NFTs with MetaMask and send them to Trust Wallet that has never been connected to anything. Also, I don't have any Ethermatic in it. That's smart. Rain Man, my dude. That's really smart. That's definitely what I was getting at. But even within a wallet, you can have multiple wallets. So even though you might have like Rain Man like is doing it right, you know, he's got 2 wallets. So that's actually that might be a bit complex for Hammer to have like 2 wallets, and it's not necessary, but the point is that you can, even within, you can have like your vault, you can have your main, and then you can have your burner. So like most secure, medium security, and then your least secure wallet. Right? So that's kind of how I stage it myself. So even though you have one 12-word phrase, your wallet encompasses as many wallets as you want. That's where it gets kind of confusing, because there's not really necessarily the names for these things. But if you, like, I have inside of my wallet, I have a burner called Test Minter, and I have the Trash Oracle, I have the old jar deployer. Like, I've got multiple wallets inside of this wallet. And using my 12-word phrase, I would still be able to recover all of these wallets inside my wallet, except my cold wallets are still in there. So I put, it's that's where it gets a little bit confusing. But the point is that within one wallet, you can have multiple accounts or multiple wallets, really. Yeah. But it would kind of be like having 3 credit cards in your wallet, right? It's like if you find your wallet, you have those 3 credit cards. You can use any of them. But you might only use one of them for like big purchases, but you use one every day. That's a great way of explaining it. It's like, okay, maybe you have 3 credit cards. These are the 3 credit cards: burner, main, and vault. They're basically 3 accounts. 3 places that you can put money into. 3 bank accounts. You know, it's the same thing with a bank account. You could go to your bank account and be like, yeah, I'm Chuck, and they'll be like, okay, you have this bank, you have your checkings, you have your savings, and you have your like RRSPs. It's very much the same thing, actually, now that I think about it like that. Yeah, so you can have like your one wallet. You can, of course, you can have multiple wallets, and that's what Rain Man was saying, is that he would have like MetaMask, and then he'd have Trust Wallet over here with the different 12-word backup phrase. So he's got like totally two separate wallets like that. But you could make the argument that, yeah, that's safer. Absolutely it is, in a small way. But you can just have one, you know. And again, like for you, Chuck, you don't need to have a burner, a main, and a vault if you're only doing jar stuff, right? If you ever get into exploring Web3 more, then yeah, I could help you set up like even just a burner wallet so that you never connect anything but, yeah, or even just a separate one altogether. I actually like how Rain Man has it like that, because it's like you know that if you're going to just like explore and go places that you're not familiar with, then you use MetaMask. But if you're like have your vault, then you use Trust Wallet. And you're like, Trust Wallet is your vault, and you only go to OpenSea or whatever with that, like trusted sites. So it's a pretty good way to be. I think that cold wallets, like I recently migrated everything jar over to my cold wallet, which I should have had set up from the start. So I have to like click these little buttons on this thing and, you know, but this thing's like, I don't know, $100 or something for a wallet. So it's not the most convenient thing for the average person, but yeah, either way, I think one of the cool things to explain too is that having an ENS domain, so like I have a few, but I have MikeJar.eth. You can actually have MikeJar.eth. You can actually have the controller and the registrant be different. So you could put the MikeJar, you can put the MikeJar.eth in your vault, but then have it point to your main, for instance. So that if you're, or you even your burner, so even if your wallet got hacked, you would still control the name of it, and you could change the name, where the name points to. So that's something I have not quite set up, although I do have subdomains. Nice, Rain Man. Yeah, the stacks, that thing looks super cool actually. It's expensive though, man. I was like, yo, like Ledger stacks looks actually so cool. It's gonna be like a little device, and you know what? And that's arguably it's more complex than it needs to be. Let's watch the 30-second thing here of it. It's all of a sudden a commercial for Ledger. Very cool. Right? Like, very, very cool. Great advertising, amazing 3D effects. But, and I really, really, yeah, like, you can have your NFT be on the surface of it. Of course, it's going to be, like, that's dope. That's so dope, actually. So don't get me wrong, like, I want one. I want one bad. But, this is a $400 wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a fucking expensive wallet. and, like, I just feel that it might be a little bit more inconvenient size-wise than is necessary, right? Like, this thing's tiny. Like, your wallet is just tiny, fits in your pocket, no problem. You're not carrying another cell phone, basically, right? Because that's my concern with this. It's like you're basically carrying another cell phone around. Not that most people are, you know, one day I think that people will be walking around with their ledgers, with their wallets more commonly. And there are people who do that at certain places and times, but it's still kind of a niche thing that, like, I don't leave my house with my crypto wallet, you know? I don't need it as I'm like going to the supermarket. One day you will, which I think will be cool. And then, you know, maybe you'll have your ledger stack at home and you have like another one that you just use out and about. But yeah, like, that's my biggest concern, is that it's like, okay, it's a little bit big, like, oh yeah, you're gonna show off the NFT on it, but like, to who? It'd be a great vault. It really would be a great vault, but I still can't, like $400 for a wallet, like, even $100 was pretty. Luckily somebody bought me my second wallet, so I'm like, sweet, I have 2 crypto wallets, and yeah, I didn't pay for one. That's great. Because yeah, even $300, and that's the benefit of what's called a hot wallet, right? Is it's free. And if you manage it properly, like, you don't email yourself your 12-word phrase, which I've seen some people do. Then they're like, oh wait, I emailed myself my 12-word phrase on Google that has no encryption. Oopsie. It's like, okay, you know, but if you manage, you could do that with a cold wallet and still mess it up. So it's like, as long as you're managing your 12 words properly, then you're going to be fine. And that's a whole different story as far as like how to do that properly, and whether you want to store it on a cloud in an encrypted file that's doubly encrypted or something. I don't advise that. I would say write it on a piece of paper. But then it's like, okay, if somebody breaks into your vault and takes your paper, then your crypto is gone, right? So there's always security concerns, and there's always ways to step it up and be outside. You know, it's like, hey, if you're in a really rough neighborhood, you might put bars in the window, right? If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you might not even have a lock on your door. Yeah, the ledger stack, 279 US. Yeah, and so I'm in Canada. So Canada, like 279 US, 279 USD to CAD is, yeah, like $400. 400 Canuckles. 383 Canuckle fuck. So yeah, the point is, I guess for you, Chuck, as long as you have your 12-word phrase somewhere written down, like in your lockbox somewhere in a vault, basically, that nobody else can access, then you're going to be 100% secure, and you're not connecting to other dApps, random sticky weird stuff that you're exploring on the internet. Then you're going to be fine. So yeah, all in all, hot wallet or cold wallet or lukewarm wallet, it matters, but what matters the most is how you store your 12 words. So keep your wallets safe, keep your wallets secure, and let's jump right into it. We've been talking for a while already. All right. Yeah, that's cool, Chuck. You got it written down on a piece of paper in a drawer, and that's, you know, especially if nobody in your household knows what it is, then you're gonna be fine. But yeah, I mean, it's like if you're storing cash on your, you can just tell them it's a poem. Well, yeah, that's where, like, you could split the 12 words into 2 6 words and store them in 2 trusted people's homes, and don't tell them that they each have it. Like, there's so many ways to be more secure. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, man, you know, and you're pretty safe on that side. Yeah, you're pretty safe on that side. But yeah, there's always ways to make it even more secure. Like even just removing one word and like knowing, okay, I removed the sixth word and I know that word, I memorized it. Then like that basically makes it impossible to hack. Like there's just 11 words. If you were trying to hack it, you'd be like, well, which fucking word is it? Is it the fifth word? Is it the first word? Is it the last word? Like, what's the missing word? And then if you figured out which space, which slot the missing word goes into, you'd have to guess out of like 2,400 words. So, like, there's super simple ways to increase the security when you're storing your secret word, your secret phrase, right? But again, it's, you know, it's like for me, I forget things, and I'm pretty sure almost everybody forgets things. Yeah, but if I was to remove a word and like just try to memorize it, I'd be screwed because I forget it in 2 weeks. If I don't use it every day, I'm gonna forget it. So yeah, it's important to have a good plan for how you're gonna store the stuff. Getting tired from that cookie, eh? Either, bud? Rain Man, are you in the States? Are you a USA gay? But yeah. You know I'm thinking about it. But I'm also like, oh cool, you're in the Midwest. USA. Cool, man. I'm in Central Canada and Chuck is in Western Canada. Yeah, China, as you might say. All right. So what are we going to get up to tonight? We finished off the... Oh, you know what we were going to do? We were going to remake all of this here live stream assets. That's what we could do. Or, you know, we could make some kind of a cartoon. I don't know. It's we'll kind of have to see. We'll kind of have to see. All right. So I kind of, you know, like I kind of want to do, no, I know that the important thing to do is rebranding the live stream stuff. Oh, cool. Yeah, apparently she was at some of the gatherings here in Manitoba like a month or two ago, but I did not go. I was busy doing jar things, if you know what I'm saying. You should share her some of my cartoons, bro. Send off some of that laughter. Oh, yeah. No, feeling just fine. Getting a little bit silly. Yeah, well. I think Todd was live today, wasn't he? I don't know. What can we do for like new streaming assets? Because getting kind of bored of what I got going on here. It's March. When did I make this stuff? The end of maybe beginning of September. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So about 7 months, yeah. Yeah, the cookie just kicked in. Time to eat more of the cookie. Yeah, so... And it's, I'd like to make something that's gonna go the distance a little bit further. Because what we got going on here for the streaming assets is not the nicest. It's kind of childish if you ask me. Well, I mean, I've been looking at it for 7 months, so it's like it was kind of cool originally when it's the rebranding season, man. Like even the website was all still apes and bananas and stuff, and that was like circa August 2022. Kind of made sense at the time, but we've really honed in on the jar concept, right? So that's why I'm like, hey, maybe we can make something for the live stream assets, like the border around me right now, redo it and make it like, I don't know, more like sleek, modern kind of vibe with jars incorporated into the mix. I just want to eat the rest of the cookie and watch a movie. Trust me, that's what I want to do. Like, let's watch some YouTube videos here together. I can do work tomorrow and the next day. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I don't know if Todd's gonna have a show tomorrow, but I'd like to. Oh geez. As I open this, I'm like, wait a second. What planet are we going to tonight? Oh man. One of my friends, I don't know. I need to vent. I need to vent a little bit. So one of my friends, we were gonna order, well, who I thought was a friend, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird now. But he's gonna order gummies again because we go halfers, because then you get free shipping on like $150 or whatever. So we're like, yo, I'll spend $75 every 3-4 months, whatever. So we're going halfers on these candies, and he's like, oh, we got this flavor, that flavor, and this flavor. And I was like, well, I don't like cherry, so give me like one less cherry and, the rest of them. And he's like, and I literally said, like, he's like, oh, okay, so this is what we got. This amount of apple, this amount of orange, this amount of cherries. And I was like, okay, give me this amount of apple, this amount of orange, and this amount of cherries. It was like not even ridiculous. Like, it wasn't like I wasn't taking some cherries. I don't know. So dumb. So finicky, like bullshit here. But I guess he got triggered by the word gimme. Because I was like, I was in my usual jovial, laughy self. Where I was like, in my head, I was like, some kind of give me meme, right? Like, I was just like, give me that for free. In fact, I'm gonna send him this right now. Just to troll him even further. Because that's Karl Marx. But yeah, I'm just laughing. I'm like, you know, in my head, I'm like, give me. Like, just as a joke in my head, but I just said, give me, you know, half and a little bit less than half. And, I guess he got triggered by it. Like, he got triggered by it, and he started, like, doing, like, some kind of old grandma thing, like, saying, like, oh, you mean, please, can I have this and that amount, and blah, 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 and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's your problem, bro? Like, so then I'm just laughing even more, and I'm like, okay, gib. Like, literally just said gib like 5 times or something. This is how I felt after that. I was like, got him. Got him with the fucking gib. And so then I guess that triggered him even more. Yeah. And then we're going into this, like, heated text debate about how he felt like I wasn't being polite. And I was like, bro, what the fuck, man? like, seriously. Over text message, too. It's like, I'm like, bro, like, why are you reading into a text message like that? Like, I could see if I was, like, being a dick in person. I was like, oh, give me that. You know, like, that kind of tone. Like, oh, give me that. You know, like an asshole tone, being demanding. Then I'd be like, yo, man, like, come on. Why are you being so demanding? But, like, here I am joking, like, memeing in my head. And, yeah, you could say, well, it didn't come through like a joke via text. And I'm like, okay, right? Like, I get you. But, like, that's what benefit of the doubt is. It's a text message. You automatically assume the best possible circumstances. Especially when you know Mike is a joker. He's always fucking joking. And you can say, well, that's, you don't take things seriously enough. It was like, whatever. But the point is, he turned into like this curmudgeon grandma who's like, you're not being polite enough and blah, blah, blah. And you're not considering how I feel. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I was like, I was just dumbfounded at that point. Like, I was just dumbfounded. I was like, man. Wow, well, Sonny, let me read your horoscope in yesterday's newspaper. Yeah, well, clearly a bit of a snowflake, right? But I don't know, man. I think it's kind of funny because he's said, you know, I truly love this guy. Like, he's not a bad dude at all. But he went and got vaccinated. And just kind of like, I guess that mentality of just kind of like a little bit like self-righteous, doesn't look so deep into things, maybe looks too deep into the wrong things, but like a little bit feminine, I guess. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like more group focused, like more concerned about feelings and what the group approves, you know? Whereas like, I'm not like that at all. Like, I don't care what the group approves. I look for the truth. And I'm very skeptical of everything. Like, it kind of reminds me of when he said, oh, because I'm saying cannabis cures cancer. And he's like, oh, that's impossible. There's no way. I'm like, well, how do you know that? And he's just like, I just know, because otherwise we wouldn't, that's like, basically he didn't even argue it, but it's like saying like, that's too radical. There's no way that would be true. And it's like, well, what does that even mean? That's not an argument. Well, somebody would have found out if they did. And it's like, well, not necessarily, right? And of course now the data is coming back that you know, saw a video today that a study showed that there is a correlation between places that were highly vaccinated and excess deaths. And it's like, oh, shit. We knew that all along, but, you know, gotta wait for the studies. And so anyways, it was just funny to me that somebody could put something like the word gimme via text in between a relationship, in between a friendship. You know what I mean? It's like, do you really care that little about your interactions with people to just like throw it away because somebody said gimme? Mind-boggling. I don't know. I guess the older I get, the more I realize too that it's like, you know, just don't burn bridges when you don't need to. Right? Vax warps their brains. Well, so does fluoride too. And I think it's the same, you know. You're drinking on that tap water and you're getting vaccinated. You're just like, you're basically a zombie. You can't think straight anymore. And then when you can't think straight, of course, you're going to go more and more towards just group approval. Because it's like, oh, well, if I can't think, what does the group say? I can't, it's kind of hazy. What is everybody else doing? Okay, I'll go with that. You know? So, I don't know. Much love. There's no ill will. I just had to vent that out because, yeah. I was like, man, give me. In fact, I'm gonna hide my screen. I'm gonna send them the Karl Marx. Gooby Duffel Free, chairman of the Democratic Party, who's actually not the chairman of the Democratic Party whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, okay. We need some new stream elements. We need this. I need this, and I don't want to pay for it, and I don't want to do it myself. But maybe we spend the next couple days making a cartoon, because that's probably a higher priority, and I'm probably in the mood to be silly. Don't forget your eyebrow exercises, you guys. Gotta work on those eyebrows. I can't raise my left one as much as my right one. Unless I close... Anyways. So, you know what? I was also thinking, I was like, man, I compare what's happening now, the Holocaust, my buddy snapped and hates me now. All I said was papers, please, is how it starts. Yeah, well, man, that's so funny. Like, people, because, like, you could say that, and it's like, oh, well, we're so far from that. And it's like, but that's the essence of the jar, actually. Like, that's the essence of me. When I was a teenager, I remember thinking like, oh wow, alcohol prohibition has some principles that are very much the same as the Holocaust. Oh wow. Cannabis prohibition, which still existed, has very much same principles as the Holocaust, right? Because what it is, it's like a psychological projection. People fear for their survival. There's an existential angst in knowing that we're all going one direction and it's into the ground, right? We know the finality of life. It ends at some point, right? It's a really hard thing to process consciously, but it's always there subconsciously. So it's like, okay, we don't like that, and we don't want it to be a rough ride to the grave. So then we end up taking our shadow, our fear, our anxiety, and we project it onto other people. We think, oh, they're going to be the ones who make it a worse ride for us, you know? They're the ones who are going to cause all kinds of terrible things to happen and possibly make me go to the grave sooner than my time. And so we project that anxious fear onto other people and then blame them for our own feelings and our own lack of self-awareness. And that's always what it is. When people are bullying, when people are doing Holocaust things, when people were racist, like there's always when people throw people in jail for cannabis, the peace flower, it's like there's always the same pattern of psychology where people are projecting their own crap onto other people. Like, oh, if we just stamped out these people, then we'd be better off. It's like, no. Specifically with alcohol, it's like, you know, oh, if we just made it illegal, it'll go away and life will be better. No, that's not how it works. Because in order to make alcohol illegal, we have to regress to the medieval times. We have to say that there is a feudal lord who owns the serfs and demands by decree that alcohol is not for thee. And it's like, you can't do that in a free society. But how quickly we fade back into the dark ages. Am I right? Am I right? So yeah, I've said that a few times where it's like, well, this is very much discrimination like the Holocaust. And triggers some people. They don't have the perception, they don't have the imagination to describe the same principles. Like somebody who is like more on that side, who's like, oh, well, that's maybe a bit extreme, but I can see how you think that. And this is why, because there's some underlying principles that are the same. Then I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's actually very reasonable. But, you know, reason is not people's strong suit over here. What? A guy on Shadow getting sued for $375 million for recycling his grain bags on a farm. Oh, China da, our bing bong for thee. Taui Ma. Did he just like respond with that? Taui Ma. Anyways, that, you know what that calls for? Taui Ma. 365, whatever. $1 million a day per year. What's 10 million when you're talking about hundreds of millions?
We have done so good. I am a perfect leader.
Sir, there are protesters everywhere. They are overwhelming the pandemic response team.
That's all right. Send the tanks after them.
Sir, the army has joined the protesters.
What? That's impossible. Throw them all in the gas chambers.
Sir, I am one man. I can't possibly do that.
Don't tell me what you can or cannot do. Throw yourself in the gas chambers with
Social.
Chubby little cubby all
Stuffed with fluffy Siege-la-boo, Siege-la-boo, silly willy nilly old siren.
Admiration I actually have for China. Their basic dictatorship is allowing them to say we need to go
green as fastest. We need to go green as fastest, guys. Come on, let's go green as faster. We gotta get some videos out there. We need to animate the things. We need to, you know what? Oh man. I was actually looking at Rumble. I was like, you know what? What if the YouTube channel becomes on Rumble as well? I'm gonna rebrand this. We're gonna redo this. But what if the YouTube, the live stream? Oh, really? Yeah, I saw Jinping go to Russia, but I didn't catch up with anything further than that. Yeah, if I do the political streams on, like these streams right here on Rumble, then I think that might be a better home for them. The cartoons can still be on YouTube because they're not as edgy. They're just like a little bit more innocent. Oh, wow. Trippy, bro. Trippy. Are we on the doorstep of World War III, or are we not? I sure hope not. Got a lot of living to do. If we could just find somebody to blame all our problems on and persecute them. Nope. Yeah, really. Which is pretty trippy. Pretty trippy to think about. You know, it's not exactly what I want going on in the world. I'm so chill right now. I'm so chill right now. Yeah, well, that's when you hit your knees in prayer and just pray. Am I right? Just pray. Just keep praying. You already asked Putin to take out our government? Like, come on! What are you doing? DeSantis or Ted Cruz take out our... Yeah. I don't know. Help us! We have a drama teacher for a prime minister. And he might be... of the he might be homogenous in variety, if you know what I'm anyways. Wow. Okay, I don't know. Let's see if we can generate some ideas. Or what if we can, like, I don't know, go to Twitch? What if we go to Stream Elements? And just take a look around, you know? And I guess there are already stream... Bugger, do the reveal right now. Come on, just show me my jaws already. Come on, what do you... Did I buy a jaw that you can't see? Like, what's going on here? This is ridiculous. The bot is currently not in your chat. I thought it was, but... Anyways... Overlay gallery. Okay. That's dope, right? Like, so, like this, do I do more of like this? Well, these are variations of the same thing. Like, these are way cooler than I can do. And it's not that I couldn't do these. Like, I could do some of these. You need that animation and a lot of like lines and other things, but it's like, I don't know. I want something that's like my own. That's the difference. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have my own that looks like a kid made it than use some fancy one that like 10,000 other people are using. But dang, am I right? Like, some of these I'm sure just look freaking dope. Something like this. Like, this is, I'm pretty sure this is almost exactly what like, do I split the screen up a bit too is the thing. Like, I kind of made it a little bit more integrated, so the chat is like kind of a floating thing. And I actually kind of like that because I can just go over here and turn the chat off, and then it's just me in a frame. I kind of like that more than this, where it's like all this other stuff is just taking up space. But I do want something new, like, and this one's like too over the top. You know what I mean? It's like too much is going on. Be right back. Like, it's trying way too hard to be cool. This one I like a little bit more already. Like, yeah, you got some cool motion. You got the message, but it's still a little bit elaborate. I like the style. I like this like more sleek style. But it really doesn't need to be this like super elaborate. And that's why I'm kind of like, okay, well, what if I make my own? This is pretty dope. It is pretty dope. I really do like that. But maybe not so much the video game. Like, this is a little bit more what I'm down with. Yeah, it doesn't show any animation here, but that's what I was like, okay. A lot of them have the separate screen, the separate video, and then the chat separate, and have like one cohesive thing. So I'm like, maybe, but I actually really like the fact that I have the green screen and that it's like a silhouetted shape of just me in the corner, just chilling. Like, I don't know, I think it works. So I think I'm gonna stick with that, and then I don't know. Maybe I have like 2 scenes where I can change scenes to have the chat room. I don't know. I still kind of like the floating chat box, but I think you know what? I think I really like the way that my elements are set up. I just want to like update them so that they don't look so cheesy and the same and old. You know what I'm saying? Like they just need to be new. They just need to be refreshed. A little bit more modern precision jobs, a little bit more sleek style. So let's see. Modern, sleek, streaming elements. Dark, vivid, glow. Vaporwave? Sure. Yeah, let's just see what it comes up with. Maybe it'll be helpful, maybe it won't be. I mean, I could dig it. I like some of the, I mean, it's more of like an abstract design that I could kind of work with. Like if I animated something that looked like this with some motion, that could be just like a cool thing. I don't know. Well, it's certainly not what Streamam. Tonight's buzz brought to you by the Hammer. Should I or shouldn't I? You know, I really like cookies, and I'm feeling all right. Yeah, just eat the whole thing. What's the worst that could happen? You fall asleep in your chair? They are freaking. It is a freaking super good cookie. Now I'm gonna just fall asleep. All right. Okay, so I typed in pseudo art, and it gave me some pretty dope art. Like, hey, that's not pseudo art. Come on, that's real art. So we'll say website design. Let's just see what it gives us. Come on, computer, give me some ideas. Alright, 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 alright. Like, if this is my website, I would not be upset. Vopkerpitson. It's cool how it, like, renders letters and just, like, totally nonsensical, almost looking like Russian. Yeah, Russians, your fucking letters are nonsense. Just kidding. Just kidding! Any letters you don't know are nonsense. Yeah, I'm guessing the 3 on YouTube would be Hammer, Block Bro, and my other dude there? Psy? Rain Man? Looks like a Biden speech. Oy vey there, buddy. So I'm thinking like simple-ish shapes. Like, look at this one. It's not fancy. It's actually very simple. It's kind of hard to see. Purple Wave animated. Yes, like it would be cool to have the tip alerts and like these animated things pop up. But that's mostly for Twitch, and I'm not on Twitch. Well, I am, but like I'm not because I'm multi-streaming. So I want it to be just more accessible everywhere. But there could be some motion to it. Like there's motion in the background of this one. But I'm digging this one as far as like just a basis. Just a kind of a starting point, right? I mean, this is not really anything. Not really anything special. Ha ha ha. Chuck is at it again. More Purple Void. So, okay, I like this one too, but it's like, this one is just like too much then. Just makes me taste Kool-Aid. But it's just like trying too hard. Yeah, just add some more purple flames. Yeah, that's it. There we go. A little bit of electricity and like purple flames and just more of that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, perfect. There we go. It's like, yeah, no, it's, you know, this is basically the same one but red. Yeah, well, don't drink the yellow Kool-Aid either, because force field static theme. Okay, I kind of like this one. I mean, it suits the colors. But it's not quite. Need a design. What if I click that? Get a custom design on Fiverr. Right? Like, I could see that costing to. Full stream package actually only $30. Like, okay. Whoa. I mean, he's got a premium package, yeah. Wow, okay. Oh, geez. Well, no wonder. Like, that's probably a good point that it's like, hey, like, I'm sitting here trying to do the stream elements when I could just pay somebody $30 to do it. And that doesn't need to be redone for like a while. Like maybe once a year-ish. So that's why I'm like, man, like to have Twitch. I don't know. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, well, would it be worthwhile for me to spend 2, 3, 4 hours or more trying to create something that is probably going to be mediocre, or pay somebody who specializes in pumping these out to make something that's going to be actually pretty dope and not going to take me any time, but just take my money? You know what? I think we're gonna do that. I think it's like, you know what? Just fuck, outsource it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, so much less work for me to do, right? And we can get back to animating cartoons sooner. So I don't know. I mean, I already bought anyways. We're gonna have to sell more NFTs to pay for all this stuff, you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's getting expensive over here, and well, but yeah. I mean, I think that's really the play. Like, yeah, okay, I can be an everything man. I can do literally everything. Great, but like that means less time for one thing, and that one thing is cartoons, and that's what people want to see: the writing, the cartoons, the laughter, the story. And that's what I'm good at, right? Is like synthesizing these funny jokes out of nothing. So I think that's it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, I'll keep this open. I'll think on it a little bit. And I don't know. What can we do? Should we start conceiving a cartoon? Should we just do a quick little political one? What's happening in the political world right now? Winnie the Pooh meets with the bear. And then like Sleepy Joe like misses the boat or something. I don't know. What can we do? What can we see? We could we could just scroll. We could just doom scroll Twitter. Am I right? Yeah, just doom scroll. No. I don't understand what Intern's doing over here with this. Like, I like that he's making content. I just don't understand it. Like, just dribble. Some kind of like nonsensical logo. And then I guess all of his NFTs? I don't know. I love you, Intern. I'm always confused by your videos. Nice. Oh, did I not even retweet that one? I don't think I did. Which is fine. No, I didn't. All right, Chuck. What are we gonna design here? What kind of cartoon are we gonna make? I don't know. I kind of just feel like watching something. I'm in the zone now, bro. You got me. I don't know, I've been kind of out of the whole political world for, yeah. Let's see what happens in the news in the next few days, yeah. I like it, you know, I'm in a pretty good chill mode tonight. Probably chill here for another half an hour or so. And then go watch some movie or something. Because, yeah, it's good to just kind of take a step back for a minute and relax. Kind of ahead of the game. Let's get something real fresh. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I've already got the video promotional stuff done for the week that I need. And the reveal is going to be on Sunday. So, like, it's a big day. It's a big week, but it's not as big of a week as Czech Week. And I'm more organized and prepared than I was. That was one of the things that Czech Week really did for me in terms of learning. It was just like, hey, plan this shit out in advance and have it organized so that you're not scrambling last minute. And sometimes I just need to like bash my head against the wall before I actually realize what that means. Because I'm very tactile. I kind of like learn by messing things up. So yeah, just feeling like I'm in a good place right now. I was overwhelmed in the last few days and weeks, and yeah, not feeling that so much. Maybe that's just because I'm high as possible right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, don't make me get my maple syrup. Yeah, we just chilling, dude. I dig this. Oh, cool, Rayman. Yeah, bro. Have yourself a good night, and thanks for dropping by as always. be going live again in the next few days here as well. Usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but probably Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday this week too. We'll see. I might even do some gaming. On another note, I might even do a little bit of VR gaming live stream special. Do some fucking lightsaber shit. It's a good time. We'll see. I mean, I haven't played VR in a long time, but it's pretty cool to like be in the game. You're like in the frickin' game. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a fun way to game. So, is a Latin phrase meaning thus always to tyrants. In contemporary parlance, it means tyrannical leaders will inevitably be overthrown. Wow, that's good. Also suggests that bad but justified outcomes should or eventually will befall tyrants. Yeah, people want to control other people. Wow, okay, I didn't know this. Before 509 BC, Rome was ruled by kings. The last was Lucius Tarquinius Superbus. The king's son, Sextus Tarquinius, ironic name, raped a nobleman, Lucretia, who revealed the offense to various noblemen and then died by suicide. The noblemen obtained the support of the aristocracy and the people to expel the king and his family to institute the Roman Republic. The leader of the noblemen was Lucius Junius Brutus, who became one of the first consuls of the Republic. It has been suggested that the phrase was used at this event, Sic Semper Tyrannis, but the suggestion is not based on any literature at the time. Interesting. Oh man. And of course, if you know me, sounds good. Yeah, my boy loves Gorilla Tag on VR. Oh, cool. Yeah. Gorilla Tag looked pretty fun, but maybe a little bit motion sicky for me. I love maps, man. Like, I could just look at maps all day. It's just so cool. Cuba. But the reason why I brought the map up was to look at Rome. Like, this is where Rome has always been. And now it's this modern metropolis with the Vatican City. I wonder if that's where, like, the king resided back in, like, 2,000 years ago. Cool. That's pretty dope, though. That just pops up and you can just see it like that. There's, like, this sick castle there. Wonder if I can do that here. Cool. Man, like, totally different culture there too. It's interesting to me that these buildings have courtyards in the middle. So it's like anywhere you're living, pretty much has a courtyard specific to that building complex in the middle. And these buildings are who knows how old, maybe like hundreds of years old. I wonder. Like, we have houses here that are 100 years, 120 years old. But some of these buildings must be just like hundreds of years old. I don't know. Then, of course, there's the Galasio. That's so cool that that still survives. Right? Like, just mind-boggling. Like, how did that survive 2,000 years, right? Like, without getting blown up and shit. I don't know. We're just chilling tonight. Looking at maps, apparently. Heart of the Roman Empire, just over here. By this river. So cool, man. And now this is, that's Italy. We call it Italy. It's no longer Rome. Be cool to visit Italy one day. Oh. Naples is like the second biggest city. It kind of sounds like. Well, is there maple syrup there? Malta. Anyways, I like this whole friggin' island thing that's like interconnected with all these. And then watch, like you zoom on down, and it's like there's probably just some quaint little houses. Just chilling there. Somebody lives there right now. Somebody's there right now. And we're just zooming in on them from friggin'... Man, see, like, that's just... Alright, bro, yeah. Falling asleep here looking at maps. Come on. Yeah, that's good, man. It's good. Appreciate the gifts today. And... yeah, man. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see if there's something fun we can... Oh my goodness, what corner of the internet did I stumble? You will see what we can come up with tomorrow, my dude. Have a good night. I'll log off to what the heck, give it an early night. And don't get your lid on too tight, alright?